is that thing about time management. It's the one consistent, I suppose, currency that we need to police, to manage, and actually to be able to allocate accordingly. And particularly billable hours is what it's all about in the large practices, and equally in the smaller practices, it's very much about efficiency and use of time. Also, maybe looking at some digital assets that can be wrapped up within that context as well, and also to build simple systems that generate recurring daily sales. So she's been at this for quite a while. She's well known, well recognized, and speaks regularly on this topic. And she's been helping our community of consultants package their brilliance, if you want to call it that. And
brilliant. Thank you so much, Patrick. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. Really delighted to share this topic with you because it is actually one of my favorite things to talk about. And it's my intention for the next 35, 40 minutes is that you're going to get a really good sense of what it is that you want to have in place in your business that's going to help you to attract and retain those premium clients. And I just want to get straight into it. So really and truly, what I want to think about in this session is giving you that roadmap, because I think so many times, and maybe you've had this experience where you've been on a training and you just feel like you're kind of still going, but what do I do? How do I do this? Getting recognized for your expertise and retaining the right clients long term as well. And my way of doing this is not having to hustle. I hate that word. Not having to rely on referrals, even though they're a brilliant way of getting business, but not having to rely on them, or doing cold outreach, which I'm sure makes everyone kind of feel a bit shivery at the thought of having to pick up the phone. And how I want to, rather than kind of thinking like I've got to go out there and get clients, it's like, how can I magnetize them to me? So it's kind of like, think of yourself as a bit of a lighthouse. You're the beacon. It's like, so they can see you and they're kind of like thinking, I need to work with Patrick, I need to work with Una, I need to work with Colin, etc. Okay. You want to be seen for your expertise, not just your time. And this is a really important thing for me. I created Tiny Time Big Results back in 2014. This is the truth of it. And this is what I find, and having done this work for 13 plus years now, you're great at what you do. That's a given, right? But leads feel random. So the goal is attracting premium clients, getting noticed for your expertise, and retaining the right clients long term. So what I've done is I've created this 20-hour week business method that runs without constant hustle, right? So that if you're thinking, if there's a part of you that's thinking, Catherine, is this really possible? Hopefully what you'll realize is, in this session, and this is what I do, I really help you to build that 20-hour week business. And particularly one of the ways that I do that is by helping you to attract premium clients, because I will say, hand on my heart. So like I said, I'm a mum of 3 and proof that simplicity, strategy, and leverage do work. So let's dive straight into it. Okay. Like we said, leads feel random, you're undercharging. And that's what I want to talk you through today. Is I want to talk you through each one and the shift that you need to make so you can attract those high value clients consistently and keep them coming back as well. And I'm going to show this with kind of like the theory, but also in the form of a case study to show you exactly how you can apply this in your own business. So this is the first shift that we want to make. It's what I call message to market match. And this is where you become the obvious choice, not just another option, but they're like, I really want to work with that person. I really, really want to work with that company, right? Because they are experts in this, right? So let's do a little mini exercise. Are you up for that? And this is exactly what I've been doing with my client, Sarah. She is an accountant and she coaches people. And she was kind of kept talking about herself as being a consultant and a coach, and I'm going to help you through transitions, but it was very, very vague. The second area that we're looking at is converting them, okay? And this is where the problem is, where you get dependent on referrals, okay? And it works to a certain point, but because it is unpredictable, that's the piece that you want to be really mindful of, is that it's unpredictability. This day and age, they're not going to go straight to Una. So this is an example of how you can actually implement this. So I've been working with a client for the last 6 months. Misha, she is actually a very senior director in a consulting firm, but she has always known that she wanted to go out by herself. Then the third piece of this is retain. So where you've got the issue of one and done clients. So you've got like, they're on one project and then they go, and then you're like, okay, now I've got to find the next one. And this can be a real challenge, right? And I also know that you have a very clear methodology about how this works. Okay, so I thought I'd use myself as a case study, so I hope that's okay. Perfect. So I've got 3 wins quick wins that you can implement today. That's what I want to share with you, and then we'll open it up for some Q&A. Okay.
Super.
So 3 quick wins you can implement today. So potential. That's what I'm looking for. Profit potential, because you become known for that transformation, and they're just like, oh my god. Like, so my kind of like work in Tiny Time Big Results has been all around how you build that profitable 20-hour week business. That's what I want to be known for.